Hi, I'm Jamie, and I'm a watch nerd. So, it arrived. This is going to be the second of two unboxings. For those that watched the one I did yesterday, I unearthed this beautiful little stainless steel retro Casio from the A700 range that Casio have out at the moment. And what I've got here is the same watch from the A700 range, but rather than in stainless steel, we've got it in gold. And I'm basically going to kind of compare and contrast the two and see which one I want to keep. Maybe I'll end up keeping both, who knows. But I'm very excited to get into this. I've been sitting by the door like a little puppy waiting for its owner to come home. So I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm just going to get straight into opening this up. So, as you would expect, you've got exactly the same box as the other one came in. Pretty utilitarian, but it's a nice little box. I remember from last time it was a little bit kind of finicky to kind of get into. You've got the expected user's guide, which I'll probably never read. And here we should have the watch itself. Now, I didn't mention this last time, but it comes on a sort of higher end watch. You'd normally find this coming on like a pillow or something, but this comes on a piece of foam. For a watch of this kind of price point, I think that's absolutely fine. And like with the other one, the first thing you notice before you even take it out of the bag is that it really doesn't weigh very much for a watch made of metal. It's incredibly light, and you also notice again this beautifully thin profile. It's going to be so snug on the wrist. It's going to be incredibly elegant. But this is beautiful though. Really catches the light. Like the gold really plays with the light, rather more than the steel does. The steel's quite kind of, it's not as shiny, I suppose. We get the same beautiful profile, as I say. You've got that same sort of dial, the same beautiful retro styling, and this wonderful bracelet, which has these pieces of metal that go the whole way across. A really kind of unique look, really fits in with the sort of the retro styling, the 80s styling. Gotta say, one thing I didn't really notice when I opened up the last one, because I hadn't put it on the wrist yet, but I've noticed since, is the way that the bracelet tapers. Is what that'll do. Like if you see on the watch I'm wearing right now, it's straight up and down, but with a tapered bracelet, it will be even more kind of small and elegant, and I think that'll be really nice. As with the last one, it's got exactly the same specs, 35mm across. It's got battery power with the life of, I think it's 3 years. It's got an alarm, it's got sort of a timer, it's got calendar on it with, date, month, year, all that sort of stuff. The bandwidth, I think, is 20mm, so if you did want to change it out, I can't see why you'd want to change it out, but if you did, that would be very easy to do. And I think, but I think the real difference between the two is where I said last time this one was £28 and 12 pence. This one is rather a lot more expensive at £53 and 78 pence. So it's nearly double the price for the gold, and that's basically the only change you're finding. And it's not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money, so if this is the style you want, then that absolutely works. But yeah, I've got to work out if I think that's worth it or not, I think. So I'm going to take a little bit of time to kind of get to know both of these, work out what suits better with with my style, and once I've picked one, or maybe I'll keep both, I will probably do a review of it and go through it in a little bit more detail, all the little functions it has and all that sort of stuff. So if there's anything particularly you want to know about these watches, do let me know, and I'll try and answer those questions kind of in the review. I got both of these watches on Amazon. I'll put links to both of them down below in case you wanted to check them out. It's important probably to note that both of them are labelled as women's watches, and that's not true. These are not women's watches in any way, so don't let that put you off, and they're beautiful pieces, both I can tell already both really worth having. So if this is something you like, do just get them. Get it, you'll love it. Well, there you go. That's the Retro Casio A700 in both steel and gold. Both beautiful, but which one would you pick? Why don't you let me know in the comments down below? And come back for more watch content. In the meantime, I'll talk to you later. Cheerio.